And to be able to have people who have been through that journey walk you through how to rebuild that house, right? Because they've lived it and they have that firsthand experience is really important. One of the things I think that's important for people to learn about and understand is that, when you put someone into a treatment center, if you imagine a house that's burning, that's on fire, um, a detoxification episode or a 28-day treatment program is pretty good at putting the fire out. But how's the person rebuild their life? And they're going to need materials. They're going to need lumber. They're going to need skilled labor. They're going to need permits. And if you use that as an analog, a lot of people get the fire out, but they don't get permission to rebuild. They don't get the resources to rebuild. And to be able to have people who have been through that journey walk you through how to rebuild that house, right? Because they've lived it and they have that firsthand experience is really important. And that experience is critical with navigating systems. And there's a real difference between hearing about the successes of people and having a person who's been successful in your journey right in front of you. And, I would also add to that, I think, patients who come in are always looking for contempt. They're the most rejected and reviled. Oftentimes, people in the community, their families have rejected them. And they're just waiting to be judged and be given a reason to walk away from trying to get help. And when you see people who have recovered and, it is something so special. And I'll speak from my own personal experience. One of the reasons that I was able to be receptive to care is that I never listened to anybody talk to me about my problem. Right? But when someone talked to me about their problem, there was this magical event that happened, which is someone made me feel like for the first time in my life, they knew how I felt. And my family couldn't do it, and other people couldn't do it. But a person who'd been through it made me feel like for the first time, you understood how I felt and what I went through. And that was enough to keep me engaged. And that was enough to make me want some more. And to see people that I looked up to, that had a life worth living, and that I thought maybe I could do it too. Hearing about successful recovery is one thing, but when you're seeing the person in front of you, it just seems to have a whole different pull on you.